Hello guys, what's up? Uh, here we are. We meet again. So, how's everybody doing? Hope all of you doing fine. You're doing great. You are stay healthy, of course. Don't go and stay at home. Don't go outside. With all the pandemic, stay inside wherever you go. Right? Or no, wherever you do, stay inside. Don't go outside. All right? Procedure text. Okay, what is procedure text? Procedure text is a text that is designed to describe how something is achieved through a sequence of action or step, right? Okay. It also explains how people perform differently in process in sequence of the step, like how people do it differently. They have their own step to do something. Okay, then what the purpose of the procedure text? Okay, the purpose of procedure text is to tell the reader how to do or how to make something. Okay, it also informs the reader which use a broken up or a small sequence steps that will the reader follow to make the something the reader read or the something the reader want to make, like that. Okay, then how many types of the procedure text that exist? Okay, to me, for what I learned, there is 3 types of procedure text. The first, procedure text that explain how something works or how to use something, how the instruction how to use something, kind of like that. Or maybe for example, you can like how to use a CD, how do you use a phone, how do you use a remote, kind of like that. The second is the text that instructs how to do a particular activities. For example, there's a rules. The rules that you have to do this, you don't allow to do this, kind of like that. Or maybe a recipe. You have to use this and this and this and this, kind of like that, right? Then the third is the text that deal with human behavior. For example, kind of like how to succeed, how to be happy, something like that, right? Okay, then how many structure in the procedure text, right? And there is 3 structure in procedure text. The first is the goal or aim. In procedure text, you have to have a goal. What you aim for, what do you want to do or want to make, and like that. It's the goal. The second, of course, is a material or a tools that might you gonna be used to do something you do, right, in the procedure text. Right. The third is probably the step. Okay, the step you doing, the step you do to achieve the goal. Not linguistic effect, linguistic element that exists in the procedure text. Okay. There's many linguistic elements that exist in the procedure text. First, there is an imperative, or a word or a sentence that order you to do something. For example, cut the vegetable, right? Pour the water, or sweep the floor, and like that. And there is a simple present tense. You know what present tense exists, right? Like a pour it, place, serve, and like that. The other linguistic element that exists in the procedure text is connective of sequence, because its procedure text it always connected. Like from the step, it's always connected with another, and probably it will use some a word like then, while, next, after that, and many more. It also use a numbering, right? Like in the step, like sometime in the step you will see something like first, second, or third, and many more. Okay, then what the example of procedural text, right? Okay, the easy one is probably a recipe. Okay, recipe, yeah, you know recipe. If you want to make a cookie, for example, or you want to make hot choco, or you want to make fried rice or chicken noodles, something like that, that's a recipe, and that's one of the example of procedural text, because it's in it exists a step how do you make the food or the drink you want to make, right? Okay. Another example is probably a manual book. Why a manual book? Why is a manual book count as procedural text? Because in a manual book it exists a question, or not a question, it's like a tell you to how you do operate something. For example, if you have buy a new phone, there's a manual book how to use the phone correctly, something like that. That is procedural text. Okay. The next question is what difference between procedural text and explanation text, right? Okay. An explanation text is often people say is kind of similar to procedural text, and this often makes people confused, right? Okay. However, the explanation text is explain the how and why behind a process happening. For example, what caused a tsunami? Why are our rainforests disappearing? The process of making aluminum. While a procedural text generally instruct the audience, which is us, to make or do something with following step. Okay, that's kind of the difference between the two. Then, how we know that text is procedural text? Okay, an easy way to find that the text is procedural text is probably see the structure. Okay, like before, there's three structure you have to know about procedural text, and with the three of it, you will find it easy to know that is a procedural text or not, right? Like before, is the text you read have the goal or the aim of the text? Like for example, the text if the text really have the goal, what the goal, right? What the goal the text have, and the other maybe, is there a tool or a material that you do you need in the text, right? And is there a step in the text? Because procedural text, of course, need a step to complete it, right? If the three of this don't exist, that it's probably not such a procedural text. Make what? How you make a procedural text? Okay. The first, of course, you have to follow the tree structure, right? With it will make you it will easier for you to make one, because you follow the structure, and it is simple as that. Okay. The other one is probably to note every information that happen when you make the procedural text. For example, if you make a cookie, for example, you have to always not, oh, you have to use this one. Don't use this one because this one is make the cookie taste bland, kind of like that. You have to inform the reader what they have to avoid. So your question to the text is more impactful and more have info to the reader. Okay. Then what the tips to make a good procedure text? Well, of course, keep everything in order. Okay, don't forget. Always make things in order, especially this procedural text, because the thing in order is how you make that thing. If you don't make it in order, people will just what happened? What is this? Right? They will be questioning of the text, right? Okay. And probably what they make is probably become chaos. And list like before, list everything correctly. List every single little thing that you have to do, like in procedure text, and keep the instruction short, sharp, and to the point. Okay, you really need to do it because people don't have a lot of time, right? So you have to do it to the point, right? And of course, use the paragraph effectively, right? Each new element you have information to report. Okay, don't forget it. Each paragraph have to effective, and each one have to add a little bit like information. And in every paragraph you have to information to the people. Alright. The next question is, why do we need a procedure text in our life, right? Okay, why do we need that? Because of course, not a lot of people know everything, right? A lot of people don't know something that other people know, right? And the use of procedural text is to inform the people who don't know something to know how to do it, right? Because it will help a lot of people. Okay, the next question, where can I find a complete unit of work on procedural text? Well, internet. It's okay, everything exists in the internet, right? What you have to do is just to search it, right? But of course, it's not that easy because a lot of it hide is something you don't really know in the internet, so you probably have to search it more deeply in the internet, right? You can also ask your teacher more, or maybe you can use a book, a lot of book like that will tell you more about the procedural text. Okay, and the last question is, will we meet again in the future? I have the question of sorry. Okay, I don't know. Maybe if the card allow it, then we might meet again. Okay, so that's the last question. Okay, so I hope that what I talk to you, what I record this and you watch it will inform you more about what's procedural text, and I hope you like it. I'm sorry if I do have a lot of wrong and maybe a lot of editing in this video, maybe because when I record this I'm not editing first because I have to record it. I'm sorry for the lot of editing. Thank you for watching. Be safe so we can meet again in the next time. Bye.
Mamma mia!